Hello dear hockey fans. In the modern NHL there are 32 teams, 25 from the USA and 7 from Canada. Since 1927 the league's main club trophy has been the Stanley Cup. In this video we will show all the current NHL teams that have never won this trophy. Enjoy your watching.
Our list opens with the youngest team in the NHL, the Seattle Kraken, which is only in its third season in the league and has so far reached the playoffs only once, following the results of the regular season 22-23 from the place of the first wild card of the Western Conference. In the first round, in a bitter struggle, they beat the winner of the Central Division, Colorado Avalanche, with a score of 4-3 in the series, and in the next round they gave worthy competition to the Dallas, also bringing the series to 7 matches, but lost in it. The Minnesota Wild was founded in 2000. Over the past 10 years, Minnesota didn't make it to the playoffs only twice, but successes cannot be called outstanding, since the team was able to overcome the first round only twice too. Minnesota's best performance was the Western Conference Finals playoff 2003, where the Wild lost to the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim 4-0.
The Columbus Blue Jackets were founded in 2000. The team was able to make it to its first playoffs only in the 8th year of its existence in the 2008-2009 season, where it lost in the first round to the Detroit Red Wings, losing the series with a score of 4-0. Over the next 7 years the team was only able to make it to the playoffs once, where they were eliminated again in the first round. The franchise's best achievement was reaching the second round of the 2019 playoffs, where the team lost the series to the Boston Bruins with a score of 4-2. But in the first round the Jackets phenomenally beat the President's Cup winner Tampa Bay Lightning, who scored an incredible 128 points in the regular season and won 62 games, tying Detroit's long-standing record for regular season wins. The Winnipeg Jets. The team was founded in 1999 in Atlanta and was named the Atlanta Thrashers. Over 11 seasons, the team changed 6 head coaches. In 2007 it made it to the playoffs for the only time, where it lost to the New York Rangers in the first round, losing 4 games in a row. In 2011, the team moved to Canada and changed its name to the Winnipeg Jets. Important: the franchise is not to be confused with Winnipeg, which played in Canada from '79 to '96 and was moved to Arizona. The franchise's best performance was the Western Conference Finals in the 2018 playoffs, where the Jets lost 4-1 to the Vegas Golden Knights. The Nashville Predators were founded in 1998. In 24 seasons, the Predators have made it past the second round in the playoffs only once. This happened in the 2017 playoffs, when Nashville reached the Stanley Cup final, where they lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the series with a score of 4-2, which is the franchise's best achievement. The Florida Panthers were founded in 1993. The first 2 seasons the Panthers failed to make the playoffs, but in only the third season of the franchise's existence, in the 1996 playoffs, Florida reached the Stanley Cup final, where they lost to the Colorado Avalanche in 4 games. In the 2023 playoffs, the Panthers again reached the Stanley Cup final, where they lost the series to the Vegas Golden Knights with a score of 4-1. Participation in 2 Stanley Cup finals are the best achievements of the franchise. In 29 seasons the Florida Panthers have made the playoffs only 8 times. The Ottawa Senators were founded in 1990, but played their first season in 92-93. The current Ottawa Senators are not considered a direct continuation of the franchise of the same name which existed in the NHL until 1934, so our list does not take into account the Stanley Cup won by the Senators in the 1927 playoffs, although it was Ottawa that became the first owner of the Stanley Cup as an award given to the winner exclusively by the National Hockey Leagues. The best achievement of the modern Ottawa Senators is reaching the final of the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2007, in which they lost in the series to the Anaheim Ducks with a score of 4-1. Over the past 6 seasons, Ottawa has never made the playoffs.
The San Jose Sharks were founded in 1991. At the moment, the club is an outsider in the league, has missed 4 previous playoffs and has very dubious prospects in the near future. However, before the apparent decline, San Jose were a truly formidable force in the West, as evidenced by an impressive period in franchise history in which, in 21 seasons, the Sharks missed the playoffs only twice, made it past the first round 13 times, reached the Western Conference Finals 4 times and played in the Stanley Cup Finals in the 2016 playoffs, where they lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the series with a score of 4-2, which is the best achievement in franchise history.
The history of the modern-day Arizona Coyotes franchise is much longer than it might seem at first glance. The team was created in Canada, played its first season in 79-80 and was called the Winnipeg Jets. The team played under this name until the 95-96 season. In 1996, Winnipeg Jets moved to Arizona, changed its name to the Phoenix Coyotes, and played under that name in the NHL from 96-97 until the 14-15 season, when it was renamed in Arizona. However, the history of the franchise was not interrupted even for one season, and even during the move, the team retained the main roster. That is why the authors of the channel consider the current Arizona to be a continuation of the franchise. Regardless of the moves and renamings, the best achievement of the franchise is the Western Conference Finals playoff 2012, in which Phoenix Coyotes lost to the Los Angeles Kings in the series with a score of 4-1.
The Buffalo Sabres were founded in 1970, already in their fifth season, the 1975 playoffs. The Sabres reached the Stanley Cup Finals, where they lost to the Philadelphia Flyers in the series with a score of 4-2. In the 1999 playoffs, the Sabres again reached the Stanley Cup Finals, where they lost to the Dallas Stars in the series with a score of 4-0. Participation in two Stanley Cup Finals are Buffalo's best achievements. Over the past 12 years, the Sabres have never made the playoffs, which is the longest current streak of any NHL team at the moment. The Vancouver Canucks were founded in 1945. For 25 years the team played in minor leagues. In seasons 45-52, Vancouver played in the Pacific Coast Hockey League and became champions in 46 and 48. From the 52-53 to 69-70 seasons, Vancouver played in the Western Hockey League and became champion 4 times in 58, 60, 69 and 70. In 1970, the Vancouver Canucks entered the NHL. The franchise's highest achievements are 3 Stanley Cup Finals. 1982 lost in the finals to the New York Islanders 4-0. 1994 lost in the final to the New York Rangers 4-3. 2011 lost in the finals to the Boston Bruins 4-3. Over the past 10 years the Vancouver Canucks have made the playoffs only 2 times.
In 2010, Canucks Sports and Entertainment, which owns the NHL's Vancouver Canucks, acquired the trademark rights to the Vancouver Millionaires, the Pacific Coast Hockey Association team that won the Stanley Cup in 1915 by defeating the Ottawa Senators 3-0 in the final series. However, the Stanley Cup has only been the official NHL champion trophy since 1927, so this prize is not included in our rankings.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.